So Pinecrest throwing. Down into the final 14 minutes or so. Another Pinecrest throwing coming on the far sideline. And now Pinecrest looking to play it back towards the middle, and they do. Looking to find a teammate, but she's offsides. So free kick coming for North Broward. And Susie will be able to kick the ball away. See if North Broward is able to get a little more possession in the offensive zone. Susie to kick it away. Still hasn't gotten the okay from the official, though. And now she does kick it away. Hawes now has it on the far side. Hawes trying to get around a couple of Pinecrest Panthers. She's only able to get around one, though, and hits it out of bounds. Panthers throw. Pinecrest now has it, but North Broward's able to deflect it away. Now they have it in the offensive zone. Trez with it pressuring, and the clearance from Pinecrest deflects on the near sideline. Nice play from Trez to get the ball from clearing. It's just going to be a throw-in for Pinecrest on the near sideline as they attempt to get back into their offensive zone. Watts with a nice header. Back over to Trace, battling for it. Watts steps up, and Watts is able to keep the ball in North Broward possession. Ricky Kalechi deflects it off of a Pinecrest player, so Watts will have another throw-in. Watts gets the ball over to Hawes. Hawes with a nice little back heel to get over to Trask, and now over to Ricky Kalechi. But it goes off of a Pinecrest player, so now Pinecrest has it back away. But Lauren Kidwell with a nice play to get the ball back onto North Broward's side. It's Julia Trask on the left-hand side. Now played towards the middle. And it's a bad clearance from North Broward, but Skylar Pollock's going to be able to pick it up with her hands, and she does, and punts it away. North Broward unable to get a header on it to go forward, but they're able to get back in towards the middle. Now Morgan Hawes gets challenged, but she's going to keep the ball. Hawes thought that there was a whistle called, but there wasn't, so we remain playing. Now Hawes with it, with a nice play to get the ball over to Sherman. Now looking to find Trace, but the Pinecrest Panther defender stepped up, was able to clear the ball all the way down. Sam Susie's going to be able to clear it. Lauren Watts is unable to get the ball along, though, so Pinecrest throwing. It's taken quickly. Jenna Shortridge is there, though. And Shortridge is able to clear it at least briefly. Shortridge is down, though. And the referee's going to blow the whistle. Jenna Shortridge is still down, and that's the third player for North Broward who is down tonight so far. So far, Olabisi and Trace have both been able to get up. Morgan Sherman has also been down 1 or 2 times.
God, get the cart out if she can't get out.
Shortridge, excuse me, still unable to get up. And the cart is going to come back onto the field to retrieve Shortridge, another senior who is down. Hopefully this time she's able to get up. Shortridge rolls onto her back. But she's trying to get stretched out by a teammate. And Shortridge looks to be very clearly favoring that left leg. So Shortridge goes off. It's going to be a free kick coming for Pinecrest from beyond the 30-yard line.
They call it that? Why is it a free kick?
This will be whipped in on the right foot. Now looking to find a teammate. Pinecrest has got numbers forward, but it goes wide. Pinecrest had a couple of numbers who were on the ball, a couple of forwards who had made a run onto the back post. But luckily for North Broward, no one was able to direct it back on frame. So it goes wide. We're into the final 10 minutes now, according to the Tom Marcy Field scoreboard. So played towards the middle, and Lauren Watts is able to get it back over to Batella Pesa, who came in for Shortridge, it appears. Nice little backfield from Pinecrest, but Ricky Kalechi stays home and is able to get the ball away. And now Morgan Sherman, as North Broward looks to counterattack. Sherman winds up from deep. Skylar Pollock was well off of her line, and Morgan Sherman tried to get some air onto the ball. She was unable to, though, as that would have certainly been an unforeseen twist to the game. But now Pinecrest has it in their offensive zone. On the far sideline, played in towards the middle, but Sam Susi is there. Remember the last time these two teams met, Morgan Sherman had a fantastic free kick to tie the game with 38 seconds. But Pinto Olabisi gets around one Pinecrest player, now pressuring on a second. And Olabisi is able to catch up to it. Olabisi now cutting it back towards the middle, but she takes a heavy touch. So Ryan Kalechi able to get the ball over to Hawes. Hawes being surrounded by a couple of Panthers. They both go down. Throw-in coming for North Broward, and it's a Pinecrest Panther who's down. She is up. And now goes back down. Looks like she needs that to be stretched out. Hopefully it's only a cramp. Clock is stopped here for the injury. 8:23 to go according to the scoreboard. Official time is being kept on the field. As the Pinecrest Panther is down. She's able to get up, though. And it looks like she's going to continue playing. Certainly a good sign. Chaz is throwing over to Sherman. Sherman with a nice move to get around one. Now over to Hawes. It comes in back to Sherman. Sherman cutting towards the middle. Now Sherman winding up for a shot, but it deflected away. On the far sideline, it comes still inbounds. Now Lauren Watts with it. Watts gets it back over to the far side. North Broward now cutting it back towards the middle for Olabisi, but it goes wide.
Oh, she didn't touch it? Got a corner.
Goal kick coming for Pinecrest. North Broward players and coaches appealing for the corner kick, but Skylar Pollock did not get a hand on it, they rule. So it's going to be a goal kick. About 7.5 minutes to go. As Pollock is able to clear it down the far sideline. It's going to roll out of bounds, though. Throwing for North Broward, and it's played towards the middle. Now Pinecrest is able to get the ball away. Lauren Kidwell has got to get it back to Susie. Pinecrest still has some player forward, and now it goes wide. Sam Susie with a nice play to keep the ball out of the net. It's going to be a corner kick, though, for Pinecrest, and the speed of the Panthers is serving them very well. 7 minutes to go, the second corner of the night for the Panthers. Here comes the corner. Comes in towards the middle. Pinecrest player gets a hand on it. A foot on it, excuse me. It goes off the crossbar and out. Sam Susie unable to get it out, though, and now comes in towards the middle. Swung on and missed by Pinecrest. Now he comes the shot, deflects away. Pinecrest still with the ball. Now with a shot. Sam Susie with a fantastic diving effort. Blood pressure rising for the North Broward Eagles, but we remain 1-1. Sam Susie with a couple of fantastic plays, and a header went off the crossbar for Pinecrest. Third header of the night, though, the third quarter of the night, this time coming on the far side. And here it comes, this time it goes on the ground and short. Now Pinecrest turning back on the middle, and Susie's able to hold on to it, and Susie is going to be able to get it away. Fantastic defensive stand by Sam Susie. And now let's see what North Broward can do. Pinecrest has it, though, and Watts is able to head it on for North Broward. Hawes is able to head it on. And now flick on for Pinecrest.
Oh, not this one.
North Broward's able to clear the ball away, though, on the near sideline. See if she can catch up to it. She cannot, though. It's Ryan Kalachi. No, sorry, check that. Julia Trace. And now another North Broward player is down. It's Morgan Hawes. Looks like she needs to be stretched out. Throw-in comes for Pinecrest. And now in comes the cross, and it goes right to a Pinecrest player, but she swings and misses on the header. It's going to go all the way down for a throw-in for North Broward. And a substitution is going to be made. Jenna Shortridge is going to come back into the game for Bedella Pesach. Certainly good news. About 5 minutes to go here in the second half. 1-1 here. But Pinecrest is certainly has the better of the play at the moment, and they almost got a second one a couple of minutes ago. North Broward has it on the near side and is able to clear it down. Pinecrest able to take it away, though, but Lauren Watts gets it over to Hawes. Pinecrest player, and Morgan Hawes with a bit of extracurricular activity, and she's going to see yellow, so Morgan Hawes is going to have to come off.
Had it with that girl.
There was some pushing and shoving going around.
How many fouls has that girl gotten? Morgan just had it. She had 2.
Morgan Hawes with some pushing after the whistle, so that's what earned her the yellow, and she's going to have to come off briefly. Trisha Amrine's going to have a word with Hawes. But Sherman's going to be able to clear it all the way down. Into the offensive zone for North Broward, as things are really starting to get chippy now, but Olabisi has it. Olabisi almost goes to ground, but Watts has it now for North Broward. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Eagles, and it'll be Sherman. Sherman still hasn't taken the throw-in, and she's going to leave it for Watts. Watts with the throw-in, looking to find Julia Trace, but Pinecrest is there. Now Pinecrest player goes to ground. Unlucky bounce for North Broward means that it's a Pinecrest throw-in. Looks like a Pinecrest player just slipped and fell, but she got a foot on it, went off of Julia Trace and out of bounds. Now Sherman with an emphatic header on. Looking to find Olabisi, and she does, at least briefly. Pinecrest able to clear back to the back four, though. Now Shortridge. On the far side, Shortridge gets it back. Playing it off of a Pinecrest player, North Broward throwing on the far sideline. About 3 minutes to go here in regulation. We will go to an overtime if need be. Cleared out by Pinecrest, at least as far as Morgan Sherman. Now Morgan Hawes, who's back into the game, has it, but Pinecrest is able to clear it away. Now let's see what they can do. Lauren Kidwell's got the defensive side of this one-on-one, but Pinecrest is away with it. Now cut across the middle, and a shot deflected away, though, and it's going to be a corner kick for Pinecrest, the fourth of the night. So here comes the fourth corner kick as the clock is about to turn off, signifying about 2 minutes remaining. Here comes the corner kick. North Broward's able to head the ball away, though, and out of danger.
Go, Sherman!
And now Morgan Sherman has it. She's going to turn back towards the middle of the field. Morgan Sherman working on a couple of Pinecrest Panthers. Sherman cutting back towards the middle, and Sherman still has it. Sherman gets around multiple defenders. Still, what a run by Morgan Sherman, but finally she's taken down. And Pinecrest clears it all the way down, but Sam Searcy is there. We must explain what you're almost certainly hearing. This below the scoreboard operator's dog Stormy is here, clearly working on a water bottle. And
She's being quiet.
she's been very quiet all game. She's been extremely well behaved. Beautiful dog, Stormy. But she's found her second wind. And certainly a nice thing to alleviate some of the tension here in the final 2 minutes. Speaking of tension, it's going to be another corner kick coming for Pinecrest. And they have the opportunity to go to the district final right here, right now. It's going to be 5 players in the box for Pinecrest. North Broward has one last, or maybe a couple last defensive stances. And here comes the corner kick in.